Hello to my session and to the Search and More Customizing SharePoint WebParts, Modern Search WebParts. Don't panic, it's not a development session. So I will show you all things that you can do with it clickable and you can do in the SharePoint GUI. So about me, I'm David Mehr. I'm from IOZ. We are based in Switzerland. You can find me on social media on my website, mehr365.com. When you have questions after the session or when you take to contact with me. So about this session, I give you a little introduction to Microsoft Search technologies. This named in Microsoft Search and SharePoint Search. And then the most of the time, I will show you a live demonstration of the PnP Modern Search WebParts and how they works and how you can configure a good search center in this topic with Teams content, but we will see direct in the demonstration. So we have different search technologies in M365. So the one thing is the Microsoft Search, the Modern Search. It's a unified search experience in M365. You can find the search box in, I think in every M365 app on top. That's the Microsoft Search search box. It's a lot of standard functions available and you can use it direct without any configuration. And so you have also a lot of AI components in this search box. When you click in, the Microsoft will show you the most recent informations or persons around you. So on the other side, we have the SharePoint Search, the classic search with PnP Modern Search WebParts. So we use them in a lot of projects for SharePoint Search. It's highly customizable, and you can also build search-driven application with dynamic parameters in the search query, or we use it also often for an application search, like in Teams or for a news center. So you can a lot of it's possible to a lot of configuration. So it's a really good thing. So the Microsoft Search, it's based on Microsoft Graph. On the Microsoft Graph is the gateway to data and intelligence in Microsoft 365. So in Microsoft Search, you have a lot more information than only the SharePoint content. You have access to the core services like Exchange, SharePoint, OneDrive, Teams message, and a lot more. So you can see Microsoft Graph is a little bit more than only SharePoint search. You can do more. But in this session, I will show you a lot more about SharePoint search. I have only one technical slide so that you understand how it works. So you have a crawl, the crawler on SharePoint crawl all the content like lists, libraries, sites, documents, items, and more, and store them with the properties, with the columns in the search index. So when you have a search page, and send the query, it goes to the search index, and the search result page will show you all the relevant information that you have configured in your PnP Modern Search WebParts. That's a simply overview, but I think very important to understand how works Microsoft Search with Graph and SharePoint Search with the SharePoint index. So this slide is a really good overview about these both technologies. We have the Microsoft Search with a unified experience in all apps. And on the other side, we have SharePoint Search only with the content sources SharePoint, but it's highly configurable. So, and in this demo, I work with the PnP Modern Search WebParts. The PnP Modern Search WebParts are free, so you can download this and can install it on the SharePoint App Store and can use it in the SharePoint site as WebParts. Also in there you have both data sources available, the SharePoint Search and the Microsoft Search, but with SharePoint Search you have more possibilities to use all the functions and properties to use in the search web parts. I will copy all the links into the chat so you can use them, or you can see how I use all these solutions. So the first one is the solution from GitHub. The newest is 4.10.2. You have a lot of documentations, scenario tutorials, and on the bottom you see the search query tool. I give you a little introduction into the search query tool and the SharePoint Search Admin Center. So we will see how you can use these tools in your environment. So that's all of my slides. We jump direct into the demonstration. So we will create in this session a search center with different verticals, and we will use all the search web parts that we have with the PnP Modern Search WebParts, and we will see how we can configure these web parts with different contents and verticals, filters, and customized columns. So we will start from scratch. So it's a little big. So I hope you can see it so better. So I will start here from scratch. It's the normal way you can do also with a blank SharePoint page, TN Search Center, Teams Nation Search Center. And here we can delete that. So when you have installed the solution, you have these 4 web parts available. One of them are the search box. You can put in what you like to search. As a second one, you have the verticals. A vertical web part are a scope we defined, like documents or sites or pictures, and you can use these scopes in your search for a better visualization for your users. Another one, the key web part, is the results web part. The results web part will show up the search results that we search for. And I create here a vertical section for my filters. So here are the PnP filters web parts. So these are the 4 available web parts with the PnP Modern Search web parts when you have installed the source. So, and we will configure these web parts step by step. On the first, we will start with the search box. You have the options on the right side. Here we will reset the query when we clear the box. Enable query suggestions is also a good idea. It's a default source from Microsoft. So, and that's all what you need to configure here in the search box. All other configurations to give the query to the next web part, we will do it now. So the vertical, I will wait with this web part. As first, we will show here content. Here I have edited the results web part, and so as first we choose the source, and in this case we choose the SharePoint Search. And you see here we have 4 pages with configuration possibilities of a lot of things. I explain not all the detail configuration, but the most important things to do a search for this case. So here at first we can insert the wildcard. When we apply, you can see here we have all the content from my SharePoint environment. All means I have all documents, folders, items, sites, all what I have stored here in my demo environment. So on the next page, we will see here are a lot of available layouts. These are default layouts, and you have also the possibilities to custom your layout how you like. But with this case, you need development skills. And in this case, I will show you all the things that I have available here in the SharePoint GUI. So with this detail list, I see a little bit more than the big cards. It's also possible to see to show more than 10 results be default. So I will do here with 50 elements. And the next thing what I do is to connect to the WebParts to my search box. So when I put in a query, it comes to the results web part, and then I will show the elements with the term that I search. Here a dynamic value, and it's possible here to connect with the PnP search box. That's the web part that I insert here on the top. And it's also possible to use the search query. Also, can we give a wildcard, a default value for this search? So at the first time, so it's all what we can do here. So I have a search box and a results web part. And when I insert here the nation, so I can find all the information, presentations, documents. Here are a folder. The folder is created from Teams channel. So I can find here also in my search results. So as the next step, we can create now a vertical and search vertical. And this vertical can we configure here in the available web part. With you can see here you have only 2 pages. It's not a lot configuration. It's simply, and we will show here all. And you can see here you can give an icon, and the icon you can choose here from the also posted site with the Fluent icons. And when you can see here a lot of icons you can choose in your vertical. We want to search all have the world. So I can insert here the world. A tab value is all, add and save. And in this case, so we can see here an all vertical. To everyone here knows we can here find all content, and it's good for the user to show what they can see, what they can show here in the search results web part. So as next, we can configure here also the filters. And the filters, so I go here on the right side to my search filters web part. And as first, I connect it to my search result web part, not connected to a vertical. And here it's possible to use properties, they are available in my environment. Here you can see a lot of default properties. So we want to map now a custom property, and this is the point that I will show, to give you a little introduction to the SharePoint Search Admin Center. The SharePoint Search Admin Center are available in the SharePoint Admin Center under more features. Here you can see the Search Admin Center, and Microsoft crawled all my content. All my content means also the columns and properties. And in the Search Admin Center, you have two important sections. The one thing is the crawled properties. All the properties are crawled, but that means not that all the properties that I can use all the properties as refinable property or anything else. So that's the point, that I create under managed properties a property that I can use for my search. You see here are also a default property site title, but this default property are not refinable and not sortable. So, and for this case, you need to use a custom property. A custom property means you can create a new managed property, or you can use a default property from Microsoft. You see, you have a lot of refinable strings or refinable dates, Boolean, or other default properties that you can use. And the only thing what I do is I go into the refinable string 02 in my case and map the crawled property OVS site name to this managed property. And the reason is this default property is refinable and sortable. So with these options, I can use my site name property in the SharePoint search. So I go back to that. And when I custom the filter, at first you can't find here the refinable string. It's a little bit tricky. At first, you need to add the properties you like here in the results web part on the selected properties. When you open that, you see a lot more informations and properties, but I want only use the refinable string 02. So here is it. So you can activate the refinable string 02. And after that, you can choose here the refinable string 02. So this is my site name or site. And the template is also a must-have field. You can column, so you can expand it or show counts that you see how many items in there. So this is the first step to configure the filter. The other step is go back to the results web part and create a connection to my filter web part, search filter. And another thing is you can connect here the results web part to the existing vertical web part. So we will create after that more verticals. So this all web part I will show that only when the all vertical is activated. So, and here a title that you can see, it's the all results in the all vertical and here with the filters. So when I publish them again, you can see my search box with the vertical and the content with all. all the content are available on, and the site filter will show up all the sites that I have content. So when I here insert the tip that this is the search suggestion from Microsoft, and when I put in the Teams Nation, you see I have only 7 sites with content to the term Teams Nations. So that's the connection from the results to the filters. And when I filter here to Mehr 365, you can see I have only 2 documents with Teams Nation inside the Teams or Nation, and I can filter so my content. With this X here, you can clear your search query, and you have all content available. Good. And I work after them with a lot of other search properties, and that you can find out which search properties are available. You can use the search query tool. I have posted the source also to the chat, and it's very simple to use. You need only a connection to your tenant, and after the connection, you can insert here direct the query you want to use, and you see here on the right side in the tab primary results, you can see all the elements with the wildcard search. When you expand here the event, you can see a lot more properties you can search. So we have here the content class, and yes, event is a SharePoint site. The SharePoint site is a group. So a group means it's a Teams or a group or a private or a shared channel. So with this case or with these properties, you can change your query here. So I say a site template group or site template team channel. So you see here is the web template, and after, here in managed properties, you can find more informations. And here do you have the site template, and the site template is also a property in the documents. So I will use the site template property. I can after that filter also documents from my team sites, and with the web template I can only filter site, and I think it's a better way to use it after that. So I have inserted here the query text with an OR. Also, I want all elements in a group site or in a team channel. So team channel, know it's shared and private channels. When you run it, so you see it. I have only 594 elements. Here I have a lot of sites, but also site elements, documents, all of them here in this query. So, and this query we will use in the next vertical, so we can configure more informations for that use case. So I will edit my search page again. And I will show only other things. So you can copy here the search web part. It's possible to use more than one search result web part on one page. It's okay in my scenario with not a lot of content, but when you have a lot of content, it makes the page so slowly, and it's better to use more pages for every vertical one page, so it's faster than all on one page. So I will copy here my web part. You see here on bottom, I have another thing. We say show me all. We can say it, show me all sites, and the query is not a wildcard query, so we can use. Let me show. So in now we use this query, so I can show you how it works with a content class contained STS site. The system will show me all the sites. But when I say I want only groups or teams sites, I can add the site template, the same like in the search query tool. When I apply this, so we can see only 26 elements. So I will name it teams. So it's clear for everyone. It's not all sites. It's only team site. So I will republish this. So at this moment, we have one vertical, but we have two results parts. You can see the all and the teams. So we will configure one vertical more. So I will show only the teams vertical and not all teams. And here we have the icon group from the icon library, teams. And now I can configure the connection here in my Teams results web part. I will show this only when the vertical Teams is active. So and it looks like so. Here are only the all results available. And when I looking for nation or Mehr 365, I see here all the elements with Mehr 365, and here all the teams with Mehr 365. So yes, my tenant knows Mehr 365, so I'm not really happy with these results. For that, we can extend the search query. In this web part, I will show only 10 again, so I need not so much scrolling here. So here are 50, okay. So, and that it can show up only teams that matching the query with the name of a teams. We can insert here a lot more parameters. So the title of our site is matching with the input, with the search box query input. With this properties, you can see we have the more better results that I will show you again. So when I search Mehr 365 and switch to Teams, you can see I have only two elements, two results, one with the title, and here are a planner with my name inside. So, and so with these two verticals, we have more scopes, more informations about it. And I have seen we have here the filters web part, and the filters web part have too much informations. So we have not connected it to the new Teams results web part. And in this step, I will also insert a next Teams site template. Here, I configure one filter more, the site template. I can show you why. And here the looking for the site template. It's not here, so I will insert it after that. Cancel. One more here in the selected properties. Scroll down to the site template here. Go back to the search filters, and I hope the site template are here. Yes, right. Site template. Checkbox, expand, show count, add and save. So when I republish this page, you can see now we have the all informations, and here we have the teams informations, all the teams. And now in the site template filter, you can choose is it a group or is it a team channel? Team channel is a shared or a private channel information that you can see there. So this is a lot about the teams, but you can do also, you see here in the summary or here in the configuration, you see the summary columns. On page 2 in the results web part, you have the point manage columns, and here these are the default columns. So we can switch here also to the template, and the site template is also available here, 100 pixels, add and save. So and now here you can see the title when it's created and the template from this site. This is also possible with other things. I will show you this in one more case now. So in this little search center, we can search nation, delete here, clear the query. It's a better way. So here I have the filter active. So nation, and see here all the informations and the teams. So I have no teams about nation, teams nation, but with Mehr 365. So we have all content and the sites or teams content, and as next, I will copy this all again. Move down here. So I will show you how you can configure the search result with all the documents only in these teams. So for that, I have copied the informations. I say I give a title, teams, documents. So, and here I will insert also a search query. And the search query means give me all the information from site template group or team channel, and give me all the content there are stored in a document library, and it is a document. These properties are also available. You can find out with the search query tool. So when I apply, you see here I have all the documents from all other teams site. And here it's very useful to configure also the columns. The summary is not very helpful here. So when I say the site or the teams array, and I use here the refinable string, not so wide, add and save. So I see all the documents in teams sites or groups, and I see here also the source where the document is stored. So And another interesting, I think I have a lot of time. I will show you another interesting thing. So, but first we will create a new vertical. We have the Teams document. And for Teams document, I have the icon. I use the text document, Teams document. So you can see in this little search case, I can search for nation, and here in the document, I need to try. I need to try the whole configuration. I forget it. Here under connections, I need to use them in Teams documents, republish, so nation. And when I go to the vertical Teams nation, everyone knows these are documents from Teams with the tag or with the term nation. So it's very helpful and to use more information. So one last thing that I will show you is to show me all the documents that are shared. So I will copy also my web part. It's simpler, it's faster, it's a faster way. And with this case, I have also, I can change the query, and I have mapped the information that I found in the search query tool with the refinable string 105. And I will show you the informations in the property 105. So here at select properties, it's also a good way to check which information are in which property. So when I add here the refinable string 105, I need the 105. So I go back to the manage columns, insert here the 105, sharing, and resize and multiple. You can see here we have a lot more information inside this property. So it's a better way when this column is multi-line. So now you can see I have filtered in the query with the refinable string 105. And with the column, I show the properties inside them. And I go back to the query. I say, show me all information that in there that the refinable string 105 not empty. And with this string, I can see all the elements there are. They have a sharing link in my environment. It's also possible to insert here more queries. So it's document content 1. That means show me only documents that they have a sharing link in my environment. So and last thing that I do is I insert one more sharing or shared document. Here we have a nice share icon. Share it. I will check here. Share it. Documents. Configure here in the connection. Let me see that when I have activated the shared document vertical, and as a last step, I will configure here all the verticals, republish. So, and you see we have here more verticals with different contents. with Teams, with all, only Teams documents start in Teams sites, or here we have documents on my whole environment with a sharing link. Also with the filter, and so I can filter. Let me see which documents you have. They have a sharing link in my specific Teams external together. So that's all. I have seen the time is running. You can really configure a lot of things, highly customizable. And you have seen I have in this session, we have created a little search center with different topics, and I hope you have seen a lot of things. You can learn a lot of things, and it's a really good tool to use in projects to build a better search also for users or also for admins like this with the sharing links. Yes, Matti, back to you.